Hey guys, my name is Hell, or you can call me Helmarch. On today's agenda, I will be giving you my honest impressions on this game. But first, I learned something very special. If you plus Early Access Battlerite with Battlerite 1.8 together, and if you minus it on both sides, you get Battlerite Royale. Normally, you would get nothing, but since game developers don't follow formulas anymore, then why should we as a consumer? And that's what we're here to talk about. Stigmas for some companies don't go away, and Stunlock Studios is not invincible to it either. Bloodline champions died to a lack of player base, and Battlerite's not too far off either. There's constant battle royales being made, which in turn means more competition, and there's only so many games that a person will dedicate their time to, and that's only if it's worth it. And I'm currently busy with my Itachi magic wand, and please don't Google that. Not really necessary for you and me. Stunlock Studios just got a lot to show for its current fans and new fans. It won't be easy nevertheless. I personally wouldn't want this game to fail either, but I always have this thought in the back of my head that the player base in this game will end up dying just the same. I mean, I could spend my time watching Center no Naomi, Boku no Hero Academia, walking my cat for once, but who actually does that? Play the new Spider-Man, or actually go to work instead of calling off all the time, and enjoying it. But I'd rather just give this game an actual try. If it's trash, then the worst it did was take up hard drive space and my life. And what is really life? So we're gonna dive right into the actual gameplay now, and what to expect going forward. Guys, we finally made it to the lobby with our dial-up connection. It's only 4.3 light years to Centauri, but who would have guessed we would finally make it? It's crazy how things work out. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Yet, this all seems too familiar. You guessed it, the whole main menu is a copy pasta of Battlerite, especially if you played it before. But why fix something if it's not broken? You're right, I don't know why you would do that. But in my personal opinion, if they change a few things like the aesthetics of lobby, especially when you're waiting for someone while they're talking to their waifu, their boyfriend, whoever, or they're constipated in the bathroom, could be visually appealing. Especially when you can dance in the lobby, you can do some type of taunt, you can throw popcorn in your face. Fortnite. I don't know what came over it, but things like that do help pass the time, and it's something I see lack of on Battlerite Royale. We'll be selecting Jumunch today. I feel he's the most versatile right now, and personally I would pick Lucy, but Jumunch for right now. Pick a skill and a potion as soon as you can. The game starts pretty fast. If you can't find the shop, it's in the middle left of your screen, click the tab. We're going to be pitted against 30 people, including ourselves. So it's going to be really hectic, really fast. So we got to get into it right now. As we fall down from this flying bus, the magic school bus, and remember, you got to thank the bus driver. Always thank the bus driver. But as we fall down, we can't fall forever. We can't fly in the air forever. So we actually got to pick a place to fall and loot as soon as possible before anyone attacks us. And sometimes it doesn't usually work out that way. We're just going to be in constant combat sometimes, and sometimes you just won't get a breather. That's why these health stations, these green orbs, are very viable. They do have a charge, they don't last forever, they can only heal you for so long. I'm not here to give you the specifics on that, but just know that health stations are important, shops are also important. You can find various items, potions, better weapons to make you do more damage, and sometimes you can find legendary items through vendors, or even epic items. I believe there's only one time I've seen a legendary item through a vendor, but I wasn't too sure. Just reminds me, not like Dota and League of Legends, but you buy stuff from League of Legends through shops and also with Dota. So I consider it like a side shop. Old school Warcraft, Dota. Go figure. Now these loot crates that you might see here, you'll see green, blue, purple, and legendary. When you see these loot crates, they're obviously going to drop items that will pertain to you most of the time, and sometimes they won't. Sometimes you'll find a really great item that you need to take advantage of as soon as possible. And as you find that item, you do want to equip it. Now, skills that you have on your skill tree, or on your skill tab, or in the bottom middle of your screen, they can be replaced by instantly walking over the better skill that's either legendary, epic, blue, or green. Now, items, you actually have to drop some items. I didn't know what the drop button was because I'm not used to Fortnite Battle Royale or Battlerite Royale, so I didn't think it was X until I tried it. But all you have to do is highlight the item with your cursor, press X, and you'll drop the item, so you can pick up the other item. Fortnite and the ladder do have airdrop events and etc. So this game had a legendary chest already there for me, and I felt very rewarded for actually traversing the land to find it, which in turn made me very happy and rewarded. Hey, sometimes I can be a loot hoard too. It's just in my nature. I don't know what I can say about that. I feel the wacky items that can give you the element of surprise is one of the redeeming factors in this game so far, even though it's nothing new. And you know what they say. Curiosity is what usually kills a cat. I think that's how it goes. Oh well. I'm not one of those millennials. You know. I was only born in the 90s. It's only so much I know. My IQ is only 80. What else would I know? But as far as going down, other wacky items like the rocket boots is freaking amazing, but it's very displeasing to know that other player has it, especially when you're just trying to get away or use a potion, and it's rage inducing, like literally rage inducing, like fighting Broly. And constantly just getting smashed over and over by these Grandmaster players. It's just infuriating. I don't know what to do. And it's not just that. Just fighting Jades is the most annoying thing ever in this game. I know what you're thinking. It's very apparent to me. Yes, I can just get good. I can just be better. I can just play better. But someone who works all day for a job and don't really spend 24 hours on a computer can't. I would like to think that I'm more or just about as nerdy as some of the players out there. Probably more nerdy than others when it comes to being proactive and knowing when to use my skill shot, when to attack, when to aim my cursor at, than more people than most people, I would say, and to play effectively. As far as being able to dodge and utilize my arrows correctly, and you know, just think about everything in general. This game does remind me of Battlerite very heavily. It's still the same game at the end of the day. In some ways, most people would just rather have a graphical update if the game's amazing, like how people wish there was a Diablo 2 remaster. But in my case, I guess I'm spoiled. I guess I want too much, alright? Especially now that we live in this era. I guess I'm just feeling that I need more than just a Battle Royale. I feel like I need much more deviation from that. Battlerite actually had a mode where you can actually play it like a MOBA. Just about, not really, but it kind of actually reminded me more of a Heroes of the Storm. The name of that mode, it no longer is in the game. They took it out for some reason. I'm assuming it's because the player base in the game was dwindling, so they had to take it out, and they had to get rid of rank for 2v2 as well, especially when it comes to duos or ranked solos or whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but as far as I see here, Battlerite Royale does have its points where it is fun, when it can be very infuriating, and can be well deserved, especially when you win a game. You feel enticed to actually show off in Discord, post it all your friends, make it big, make it be known that you are the best in the world, that no one could ever see, the best Pokemon trainer that you can ever be, who gathered all the badges that actually didn't really matter at all. So with this closing part, I think the game can be at a better place. I think there could be a future for a Battlerite Royale, but the game Battlerite, I feel, actually needs all the attention. I feel that because Battlerite Royale is a Royale, there's only so much you can do with it. That's great, you can have a procedure world that changes maps all the time, you can do this, you can do that, that's great. We already have a Fortnite, we already have a Call of Duty Blackout, we have Roam Royale, we have LCM, we have a lot of other games, we have PUBG, which is hacker infested, which I expect Call of Duty Blackout to be as well. We just have all these things already there, that a game like Battlerite, it's a game of its kind. Keep in mind, like I said before, what really drives a game to do well is player base, lore, to keep people interested. When you have both, then a competitive scene can actually start. There is a competitive scene in Battlerite. Battlerite is definitely ready for competitive, but when the game is at a high skill cap and doesn't match the concerns of a casual to be able to easily jump in it and do well instead of getting destroyed in their first 5 or 10 games, it makes people want to leave. And that's what constantly gets at people, especially when it comes to League, Dota, and other games. The difference between those games, even though they're not Battlerite, they're still MOBAs. They're still lanes, they're still fighting, regardless, is that there's a learning curve, right, that everyone goes through, and that people can get right away. And it builds it up slowly to the point where they're able to fight these so-called pros at some point, or even better. Because there's no lack of attention, there's no lack of marketing, there's no lack of being able to have all the heroes right away, especially when you jump into a game. That's the problem, and that's what stops great games from being great and just being one of those games that actually die in that. I thank everyone for watching or looking at my video. This is my first video I ever made, so I appreciate it if you stayed through the whole thing. I did touch upon multiple topics, but my impression of this game is that I feel it can be a great game with some changes that need to be implemented, and some implementation may be too late. Will people give this game a try because it's free? Maybe. There's so many games that are coming out. I just don't see Battlerite Royale being the top game. It might be for the first 2 or 3 weeks on Twitch, but then it will slowly die just like every other game that actually makes it there. If it can constantly be in the top 10 in Twitch, then it will have a place there. But right now, Battlerite and Battlerite Royale are essentially the same game, except for no EX modifiers in Battlerite Royale, and a few other changes. You get items now, you're able to, play with your friends through a Royale. I guess that's okay. You can go solo if you want, but those things don't keep a game to last forever. There has to be some type of story, there has to be some type of player base, and you actually gotta market your game well. So, Stunlock, if you can hear me, do your best to talk to these top streamers, work out some deal with them, and have them showcase your game, or else it's gonna fail in that. This is Hell, aka Helmarch. I'm signing out. Bye, guys.